When two brilliant minds with hearts of gold collaborate, no scoundrel act can prevail. Tu and Tone ingeniously outmaneuvered their mother's malice, outsmarting her elaborate plans to prevent Tone from visiting their paternal grandmother with Tu Diem. With clever tactics and unwavering determination, they ensured a smooth escape. And in doing so, they not only defied expectations, but also deepened their bond with their beloved grandmother, creating cherished memories that would last a lifetime. Wishing you a day that's as bright and beautiful as you are, filled with laughter, good vibes, and all your favorite things. What was supposed to be a joyful family breakfast quickly devolved into a heated argument. Huyen was sulking again, her childish pout a familiar sight. It all began innocently enough when Tui praised Tone for preparing a delicious breakfast and playfully teased him about getting married soon. However, their mother's reaction was far from amused. She launched into another tirade about Tone and Tu Diem's relationship. Her disapproval is evident in every word. Tone, usually the target of his mother's criticism, surprised everyone by passively ignoring her jabs. Instead, he focused on finishing his breakfast. His silence is a stark contrast to the tension in the room. Sometimes, it's indeed pointless to keep pointing out the obvious. And Tone seemed to have reached that realization. As the argument simmered, Tone calmly announced his plan to visit their grandmother, who they hadn't seen in a long time. He even invited their mother to join him, trying to smooth things over. However, Huyen was quick to dismiss the idea, deliberately shaking her head and citing her busy schedule. She added that their relatives were already keeping an eye on their grandmother, making the trip unnecessary. Despite the discord, Tone's determination to visit his grandmother remained unwavering, and he subtly excused himself. The conversation didn't end there. Despite Tone's passive reaction, it was the older sibling Tui who spoke up this time, trying to convince their mother to be more accepting of Tone and Tu Diem's relationship. Tui even insisted on visiting their grandmother on her own terms, which only fueled their mother's frustration. The tension culminated with their mother walking out, still visibly upset. The family's dynamics were on full display, with underlying tensions and unresolved issues simmering just below the surface. As the story unfolds, Huyen's character reveals a disturbing pattern of behavior. Not only is she a difficult future mother-in-law to Tu Diem, but her actions also expose her cold and uncaring attitude towards her own mother-in-law, the grandmother of Tone and Tui. Before Huyen's return from abroad, Grandma was thriving under the care of her grandchildren. But upon Huyen's arrival, she was abruptly uprooted and forced to live again with other relatives who clearly didn't prioritize her well-being. This change had a profound impact on Grandma's life, and Tone and Tui had witnessed the stark contrast firsthand. Despite this, they still chose to return Grandma to their relatives' custody, a decision that speaks volumes about the family's dynamics. It's clear that Hu Yin's return marked a turning point in Grandma's life, one that was marked by her neglect and a lack of love. Meanwhile, Tone and Tu Diem's visit to Grandma was a resounding success, filling the old woman's heart with joy. To show her gratitude and affection, Tu Diem gifted Grandma a new shirt and a delicious pastry she had lovingly made herself. The thoughtful gestures melted Grandma's heart, and she couldn't help but beam with delight. Her eyes sparkled as she gazed at her beloved grandson and his girlfriend, her face radiating warmth and love. As they spent quality time together, Grandma couldn't help but express her support for Tone and Tu Diem's relationship through gentle nods and warm smiles. Despite his mother's constant interference, she seemed to be encouraging Tone to pursue his love and happiness with Tu Diem. Her presence was a balm to Tone's soul, and he felt a deep sense of gratitude towards his grandmother. However, the warmth of the reunion was short-lived, as a discordant note soon marred the atmosphere. When Tone considered picking up his grandmother and bringing her back to their home, his relative's firm demeanor indicated that it wouldn't be possible without consulting Ms. Fuang, the person who had taken charge of Grandma's care. The decision left viewers feeling a mix of disappointment and frustration, wondering what the future held for his grandmother's living arrangements. This episode in the story adds depth to the characters and highlights the complexities of family relationships. Hu Yin's behavior towards her mother-in-law is a testament to her self-centered nature, revealing a pattern of prioritizing her own interests over the well-being of those around her. Meanwhile, Tone and Tui's decision to return their grandmother to the custody of their relatives raises more questions than answers. Having witnessed firsthand the lack of attention and care their grandmother received from these relatives, their choice seems puzzling. Did they succumb to family pressure? Or were they simply avoiding conflict? The dynamics within the family are multifaceted, with each character's actions and decisions influencing the others. As the story unfolds, it becomes clear that relationships are shaped by a complex interplay of emotions, loyalties, and obligations. The tension between personal desires and familial responsibilities is palpable, and the characters' struggles to navigate these challenges make for a compelling narrative. Share your thoughts. Feel free to leave your comment below with your theories and predictions.